If you want to make better trades or take better trades, you're going to have to fix your nervous system. And I wish I knew about this at the beginning of my trading career. It was something that is hidden in plain sight. And if you're not aware of it, you're going to waste a lot of years trying to figure out trading, because your trading is basically the way you react to the market environment, the way you respond, the way you handle losses, and the way you handle wins, and the way you hold your trades. And if you're not aware about your subconscious programming and your nervous system, then trading's always going to be very difficult for you. Okay, you're always going to hesitate, you're always going to second guess, you're going to be impatient, you're going to FOMO into trades. And then not only that, you're going to revenge trade when you take a loss, or you're going to overanalyze and you're going to overthink everything. And basically, you're going to be swimming against the current. Okay, you might have a strategy that looks good on paper, but then when it comes down to executing, it's going to be very difficult because your nervous system's all over the place and you haven't prepared it or reprogrammed it to work in your favor. Okay. And so that's why trading is difficult for a lot of people, because they're not aware of it. Most of the time, we're all programmed by the matrix and our parents, and from the early years, these first 7 years of our lives are programming us. And it's not usually to our benefit. And it's definitely not programming you to become a good trader. So you have to keep this in mind. You can respond to things by having the need to always be right. Okay, that's from your childhood. Maybe you got in trouble at school when you got the wrong answers on a test, so you were punished for that. And just that simple thing will make you always have to be right. And then if you always have to be right, and in trading, it's all about probabilities, meaning that you're going to be right and you're going to be wrong, then you can already see the problem that this is going to create. Or maybe your childhood was difficult and there was a shortage of money in the household and your parents were always frugal, or they had the scarcity mindset, not because they're bad people, but just because they got it from their parents. Okay, it's generational baggage. And so then it comes off on you. You grow up with that programming. So then if you have scarcity programming, you're always going to be greedy. So that's why you overtrade, because you think you don't have enough. Well, all you need is one good trade. And that's really all you need. These are all nervous system reactions, and it's like a fight or flight response. The part of your brain called the amygdala, which is the reptilian brain, it's basically been designed that way to protect you by default. Okay, so like in the olden days, like back in the caveman days, if there was a saber-toothed tiger, your nervous system reaction would be to run. And that is the equivalent to trading with money. So when you put money on the line, you've got capital, that's risk. So your brain automatically says, oh, that's risky, that's dangerous. Okay, so be careful. And so when you're in that state of mind, now you're not making rational decisions. Your setup could be right in front of you, but you can't take the trade, or you take the trade and you are scared of being wrong. So then you close the trade. So you don't even hold your profits. You can't even hold your profits. So then you're stuck at break even all the time, because you take a loss and then you try to recover, and you can never hold your trades to recover enough to make more money than your losses, right? So like on paper, everything looks good, but in actual, like when you're doing the trading, it just doesn't add up. Okay. And so you have to fix this, right? You have to fix this by going in and reprogramming the subconscious programming. It's possible to reprogram. Okay. It just feels impossible because it's all you know. It's all that your body and your mind knows at this current time. And I can tell you categorically, from someone who has reprogrammed their own subconscious programming, from someone that I was a complete wreck and I fixed it. I did all the shadow work. I did the inner work. This is what you have to do. It categorically is the case. And this is the case with all of my students. They've all had to do their internal work, and now they're better off. So you have to fix this, okay? Ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to fix the programming, because that is the programming that is running on default. That is what's working all the time that you have to fix. Okay, meditation is good as well. In my course, we have the EFT tapping. That is by far the most superior way to fix your negative internal patterns, okay, on whatever issues that you're dealing with currently. So whether that's greed, fear, revenge trading, all of these things are negative patterns. It's part of your psychology. Okay. And with our modules that we have, we go in and we actually tap out that negative energy. Okay. It's just trapped energy. It's trapped energy and old patterns that has been stuck in your meridian points and in your subconscious programming for decades at this point. Right. So you've spent decades programming yourself in a negative way. You're going to have to do some kind of work to get it out. Does that make sense? And until you clear that, there's no strategy is going to save you. That is like that is what it comes down to. There's no strategy is going to be able to save you until you clear this all out. Okay? I wish somebody told me this earlier, because it would have saved me a lot of years, a lot of pain and a lot of years. And I spent time hopping around strategies. I spent many years hopping around trading bots. I got to a point where I couldn't take the pain anymore. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll just let the trading bot do the trading for me, right? Doesn't work like that. If there was ever really a trading bot that could just work for you and trade, we'd all be millionaires, right? So it it comes down to doing the internal work, going back in and then learning the fundamentals, the basics of trading, market structure. Learn market structure and trade and rely on yourself. This is the best advice that you can get, right? Because like once you overcome this and you can read structure and you can master your mind and your mental discipline, the world is your oyster. Like nothing can stop you, right? That's a skill for life that you have right there. So it's worth it. It's worth taking 3 to 6 months to fix your internal self. Otherwise, you're going to waste another 3, 6, 10 years maybe chasing strategies, not knowing that it's the internal work that you have to do. And I'm literally your future version traveling back in time to tell you, right? So that you don't have to go through the same nonsense that I went through. Does that make sense? Really, it's just that, right? You don't have to suffer like I did. Just take my word for it, okay? And do the internal work. It's that simple. Once you can fix yourself, everything becomes automatic. You're in flow. You can hold trades. You can let your trades run. Losses don't upset you. And that's basically what trading is. Trading is a reflection of your internal state, plus strategy, but mostly your internal state. So I wanted to get that message out to you. If you're new to this channel and you're seeing me for the first time, then go ahead and like, subscribe, comment below, let me know where you're at with your trading. But until the next video, you're on your own. Take care now. Goodbye.